It's a 2-hour minimum.
Yeah, after 6 you're fine. Yeah, after 6 it'll.
Just making sure.
Yeah, just move it before 9.
Oh, no, it's always
Yeah, before 9.
Oh, yeah. No. Got it.
It's the same thing when it makes sense. And he's an active. The same with the sex. The sex has not. When you what? Like, oh, I see what you're saying. Because you have these, you have these knobs on the side that takes you higher. So alto, bass, in a good way.
Just listening to we're just watching a documentary on Amazon about being shorter. The saxophonist from it's
No, man.
It's remarkable. Look into like his beginning and how he got involved with my own culture.
We were talking about Miles Farrell and Thelonious Monk. Look.
Oh, we did. We remember.
I ate 4.
They're bite sized.
Yeah.
You made 4 and you ate 5. I would. Hi. Oh, we got these two in front.
I'm fine. I want to hear everything and see everybody.
I'm wandering around. You want to sit in front of you? Okay.
There's a roll of paper towels around the end of the table there.
Man, I'm hungry.
Right here.
I'm sitting here in the corner. Right here. You can sit next to me.
And actually,
You can sit here.
you want to try learn, try it. You want to try it,
Back and forth, yeah.
and then, the learning of it is
Ta-da!
Voila.
Voila.
But
Sorry, I
you
forgot.
want because you want to come out of imagination.
Okay.
Yeah. And so like in terms of if you imagine,
I need some water too.
imagine the stand that you have made. And basically if you have a problem, just take it to Melanie. That's it.
Take it to Melanie.
I say that multiple times. Absolutely.
Yes, and this gentleman.
That's all.
It's
not all.
It was amazing. So this is a gentleman that he's a lot this is the chairman of the board of directors for BCM. And he's the reason why I came to the event. So he's a friend of Adamo, right?
Yeah, Adamo.
Adamo. Yeah, a filmmaker. Podcasting, right?
And get you a link.
Hey, I'm from Philly, okay? So,
It's just a hat.
Let him finger point
we
here.
got something in common.
A lot going on here.
Yeah. You're right too. All the real.
Really? I wasn't there at the same time.
Still.
I want you to be with our board of directors chair. Taj is a
Oh, keep recording on.
and we recently
You should have invited her. From the news. She gave her master class here for like camera interviews. And people were like, she's so energetic and good vibe. Would you like some water?
Spark is water.
So the gym is just maybe I'll have this teaching staff and pretty much it's supposed to be a There you are, nothing complex, just
like 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
It wants to get started.
Okay. So if we want to have everybody grab a seat, and we're going to get started with the annual board meeting for BCM. Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
Long time no see.
I guess so.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Sorry, the mid-announcement.
Mercedes, Debbie, for every
1956. 356 workshop. How's about that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and my name is. Right.
Hi, Ben. You know what? We're going to need some more chairs.
Okay, good, let's grab some chairs. Yeah.
We're like a little line. Is your name help get some chairs?
I don't know. What's your last name? Hunter. Okay.
Hi.
Hello there, Melanie.
How are you? This is you. Hey, welcome.
Waste.
Unless you want to.
Oh, no, I'll go. Because I don't want to. I will if you want. I just didn't.
No.
Okay.
That's available for sure.
Thank you.
Cozy seat.
All right. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. You're looking nice. All right, here are two more. Is that we should already be live. I saw it live over on the station already. Yeah, we're good. How's it sound? All right, folks, I think we're going to get started here with our BCM annual member meeting. Thank you for coming in. I'm David Flores, the executive director, and thank you.
Please turn off your cell phones.
Oh yeah. If you could please silence your cell phones or any kind of device you have making noise. It's so wonderful to see all of you all here. And to start our meeting off, I'd like to invite Winston Burton, our board chair, to start us off.
Yay.
Hi, my name is Winston Berkeley, and
I'll have you stand right in front of there so you can get in the mic.
stand in front of here. I just made a couple of those, so hi everybody, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm still here. It was somewhat of a contentious year that we had last year as a board. We went through a couple of incidents and things that we resolved. So sometimes when you break an egg, you make an omelet. So I'm thinking that we made a ham and cheese and Philly steak omelet.
That's some sliders.
That's some sliders too, okay? Also, we were able to add a new person to our organization who's not here, unfortunately. Her name is Allison Hunter. We have an HR person that's doing excellent work, and she helps us to develop a handbook. We have a new board handbook that kind of answers all the questions and gives us all the answers that we need. So like I said, sometimes when things happen, things get better. Also, I'd like to thank Brian Scott, who I don't see here. He was the ex-executive director, but he's come back on board to do program development. So I'm really glad that he's here, and I'm really glad that he's on board. So the next year ahead, I'm hoping that we continue to make progress and grow. Our popularity in the community is really great. You know, people at the city all want us to be involved in NAACP. I'm the vice president of, and we have David, he's coming out and he's covering all of our events as well too. But for the new year, I'm hoping that we have a great time internally in Berkeley, but worldwide, I'm really hoping that we get a better next year than the one we've had in the past. So let's stay positive.
Yay.
Okay? Power to the people.
All righty, and here we go. Oh, Melanie, can I have you answer that? I believe it's Helen. Hey, Helen. I don't know if you can. I saw you were calling. I'm going to hand you off to Melanie. All right, folks, so I'm going to, oh, sorry, Ellen, we hung up on you. But I think you were maybe calling about the echo, and I think we figured that out. It was this computer had the had the mic on. But yeah, all right, cool. That's what we figured out. All right, so I have my report. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to our annual member meeting. As we gather here today, I cannot help but reflect on the journey we've undertaken over the past year. This year has been a challenging one. We faced some incidents that tested our resilience and commitment to our values. However, I stand before you now with a sense of pride and optimism. We have not only navigated through these challenges, but have emerged stronger and more proactive than ever before. I want to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for being here and sticking with us and being part of it, for your support and dedication to our cause. We recognize the importance of fostering a safe and respectful environment within our organization. That's why this year we have taken significant steps of introspection to be a safer and more inclusive organization. First and foremost, we have reinforced our commitment to ensure a healthy work culture by engaging the support of an experienced HR specialist. As Winston mentioned, Allison P. Hunter. Love you, Allison. Furthermore, with diligent effort of our policy subcommittee, we have revamped and fortified our policies to better safeguard the well-being of our community and team members. This means that we have a new handbook, which you can see here. We got a bunch of copies of it, so anyone who'd like to take one, as this coming year, as folks are becoming new members or re-upping their membership, they're going to get a copy of this, and there's agreement in the back that you'll have to sign and turn back into us. So if you wanted to be proactive about joining our organization, you can go ahead and sign it for the folks who are here in person, and we'll get you on board. These new policies and operational guidelines aside, I'm thrilled to share some incredible highlights that demonstrate our resilience and progress. Thanks to the unwavering support of our members, staff, and board, we have secured additional funding for our organization. This increased financial allocation has empowered us to provide more hours to our staff, give raises to our hourly employees, and improve the equipment which we will be offering to our community. We've also been improving our support of local filmmakers through fiscal sponsorship. Don't know where our fiscal sponsor went, but we helped her out. BCM has been fortunate to receive several grants that have enabled us to expand our initiatives and amplify our impact within the community. Our dedication to education and skill building has led us to introduce new classes, offering more opportunities for learning and personal growth. Some of the new classes which we have been able to offer are music production and sound design using Ableton, podcasting in our studio with Adobe Audition, and 3D modeling using Blender, which shout out to Sam, one of our board of directors. He was the instructor for that class, and any 3D modeling questions you have, he's the man. Yeah. Additionally, we've started a new series of trainings, which we've been calling our Masterclass series, where we invite industry professionals to come in for one night and talk about their specialty. Some of those classes have included on-camera interview techniques with Claudine Wong from KTVU, advanced camera techniques with the director of photography, Sarah Jaffe, C-Stands 101 with Bay Area grip professional Alani Ferry, on-screen combat with Kevin Duran, is that? Duran Garcia, yeah. Sorry, Duran. And copyright law with Al Omega from a Creature Feature show. Furthermore, I'm excited to announce that we have continued to foster our existing community partnerships and form new partnerships that align with our mission and values. These collaborations will not only broaden our outreach, but also strengthen our capacity to affect positive change within our community. Some of those include the Berkeley chapter of the NAACP, the Ecology Center, the Berkeley Path Wanderers Association, Westside to Berkeley Lowriders Club, St. Mary's Center, the Dorothy Day House, and the Women's Daytime Drop-In Center, just to name a few. Just getting to the last page. I won't stay up here reading to you anymore.
This is great.
Yeah, cool. Additionally, this year we received 2 WAVE Awards and a Hometown Media Award from the Alliance for Community Media. This is all due to the hard work and dedication of our amazing filmmaking community. As we look ahead, let us remain committed to our vision of empowering and inspiring through media. Our collective efforts have propelled us forward despite the challenges. Together, we will continue to foster an environment of respect, learning, and growth. Thank you for your unwavering support, dedication, and belief in our mission. Here's to a future filled with endless possibilities and meaningful achievement for a nonprofit media center. Yeah. Here. Yeah. All right, next up, I'd like to invite some of the staff to talk about what we've been doing over the last year. Melanie, you're on the front row, so.
Hi, my name is Melanie Menzel, and I'm the outreach coordinator. And I've been here since 2009 as a citizen producer, and pretty much getting started because my mom was super theatrical, and I like to be behind the equipment. So what I feel is this place is a home if you want it to be for however you want to be interacting with our organization. We're offering all these classes. We have like maybe 13 or 14 classes we're going to offer in 2024. And, it's like this role of getting down the basics. And once you get the basics, you can recruit some of the other members to help you out on your production. And then from there, the sky's the limit. You can be making podcasting shows, you can do film, you can do TV shows, you can bicycle your show to other public access television channels, and even get on PBS. One of our members has her content on PBS. She's going to do we have a thing that we started this last year called the Community Club. So it's a little small piece of heaven for me because I really feel like it's a way to gather people who have like a work in progress or something that they want to talk about or something that's happening for them in their lives, and they just kind of get to work on things, and then we can kind of share skills and ideas. But I want it to grow. I want it to get bigger, and so more screenings. In February we're going to have the producer who has something on PBS. She's going to screen her flamenco piece, and if anybody else wants to screen anything, it's the third Wednesday of every month, and from 6 to 8 p.m. So it's 2 hours, and it's a great place to network and get to know people. Other ways that you can get involved: become a member, take the classes. If you just want to come and volunteer and see what's going on, we have. You can call one of us, or I have my little notes here, sorry. I feel a little lost getting so excited. Oh my gosh. So basically, so networking events, you can, there's a posting board. There's a bulletin board. So if you have things that you want to have help on your project, or you want to be on somebody else's project, there's that. And then there's also the Facebook page, Berkeley Community Media Networking. And then you can always contact me, Melanie, at betv.org for, ideas, putting out, whatever you want to have ideas for. So in short, it's basically a place where people can gather and find a home, find a community for production. And we have a great studio, a little green screen studio that new class is something I just took. So I'm excited to get started. If people want to do like some green screen work, let's do it. Let's make 2024 really positive and really like just production filled, and keep working on things. We had 3 film festivals last year. We had the 48-Hour Filmmaker Challenge, the Intern Visionary Film Festival, and then the Horror Film Fest Evil. And we want to just keep doing that. We want to screen your work. We want to show the public. We want to get the audience reaction. So come on, let's get it. Let's get it going. I'm your big cheerleader.
All right, thank you, Melanie. So we have a few folks on our staff who could not be here this evening. One of those being Don Bauer, who he made a video for this, but since we're not set up for playing that here, I'm just going to read you what he wrote. Also, Kana Azari, I have her written statement, as well as Brian Scott, our programming coordinator. But just so it's not me up here talking the whole time, I'll give some breaks and let some of the other staff come up and talk about what they've been up to this year. All right, so this is for Don, not David. Hello, I am and have been the finance and operations component of Berkeley Community Media since 2013. Many of you probably know that BCM operates on a fiscal year basis, with that year beginning July 1st and concluding on June 30th each year. Once again this past year, we've concluded our fiscal year with a modest loss of about $1,200. As a nonprofit organization, that is essentially what the financial goal is each year, break even. BCM was fortunate enough to get several grants during the course of the year, which most definitely helped our financial picture. David has done an excellent job. Thanks, Dan. These last couple of years aiding BCM in bringing these grant funds. So that has been a significant financial plus for our organization. BCM also had another good year providing media services to other nonprofit organizations. This brought in a little more than $19,000 in additional income. Another high note of this past fiscal year is that we received another significant capital funds check from our benefactor, the City of Berkeley. We received $60,000 in capital funds, which can only be used to purchase equipment, and therefore we cannot be used for any other purpose. We subsequently purchased new computers, new cameras, iMacs, and a couple of Apple Studios, which are great for editing and more. We also bought some new toys for our head-end. David can probably enlighten you with a bit more detail about what we brought with the capital funds and what these purchases enable BCM members to do more effectively and efficiently. As many of you already know, all operating finances for our fiscal year are audited every year by an outside auditor. The annual audit is due by the end of each calendar year, and the most recent audit is now winding down and nearing completion. I expect to have the final audit report sometime later this week. Finally, we're off to a good start with our current fiscal year as we near the end of calendar year 2023. I tend to budget conservatively by nature, and so far we are on or slightly ahead of our fiscal year 2024 budget projections. And that concludes my report. Thank you. And yeah, just to kind of piggyback off what Don was saying, we got a capital fund check this last year, which allowed us to purchase these new Sony PX90 cameras, as well as some tripods, the Mac Studios you see right over here, these new computers right here and right here, and in the podcast room. And within our head end, we are now about to have the ability to live stream channel 33. So here in this new year, my hope is to have a way for city council members to direct the community to watch us online in case they don't have cable or don't have access to a computer. They can watch it live on their phones. So keeping people more engaged with their local government, which as we know is the bedrock of democracy. So next, let's go to Ned. Would you like to come up? You're standing. And then after that, I'll read another thing, and then I'll have Kadir come up.
Okay, so you can see with the camera?
Yeah, here, I'll go do that.
Watch it, put it in
Wow, what's all this cable?
there. Dead battery.
No. I thought this was okay.
No, for the camera.
This had battery.
Okay.
Come on front, Ned. Thanks for helping me last week. I appreciate it.
No problem. Okay, hi. My name is Ned Pollock. I'm the new kid on the block. Been here since September 20th, so it's just like about 2.5 months. And it was really a good thing that I got the job. I was very much looking forward to working here, and so far it's turned out to be a pretty good experience, I have to say. So my title, along with my partner in crime, Kadir, who's trying to hide in the back, is we are the facilities access technicians. And so we're the folks who are in the back trying to maintain the equipment, trying to maintain the inventory, trying to figure out what we have that works, what do we have that doesn't work, and just to make sure that people have what they need to create the art that they want to produce. Video doesn't work if the equipment doesn't work. So that's basically what I've been doing. I'm happy to say that I've been able to get a couple of small, don't want to overstate it, but a couple of small donations of equipment. I'm going to keep looking for more stuff that we can get. And for the new year, I'm still getting myself oriented, but we're trying to get our systems in place to be as robust as possible. So at any given time, we know where everything is. We know what all the problems are. I mean, that's the goal. You can never be perfect about that, but that's where I want to take it. That's really about all I can think of. Unless anybody has any questions, that's what I'm doing. Doing other things too, doing some editing, and that's always nice. And I have some experience as a teaching assistant and teacher at Berkeley City College. And
you're going to be teaching also in concert with your too, right? You're going to be teaching some Photoshop or something?
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I can teach a number of things, Photoshop and Premiere Pro, and a long time ago I went to acting school in New York, so I can teach some classes on acting. So perhaps that's going to be in the offing too. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Ned. Yes, he's been a wonderful addition to the BCM team. Very knowledgeable, as he mentioned, And one of my very first video classes, he was the TA and helping me out for stuff. So next I'm going to go to our BCM Education Internship Report. January, okay, so classes, we created our first official Podcast 101 workshop series. This series was created by Scott St. Clair, who may be around here in a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit about the development of that, with the support of our board of directors, or our Director of Education, Kana Azari. As far as the youth internship and BHS and homeschooled high school seniors, they had a Sling Studio workshop, an experimental filmmaking workshop, and they planned their first ever Visionary Film Fest, which was a film festival created for youth by youth and put all together. It was youth running the cameras, youth submitting all the films. I believe there was an age limit of 25, so only for folks 25 and under. Well, 26-ish. Yeah. One of our interns over here, Mr. Len Badger. And let's see. Len, you can even talk about the Guild Tract video if you want in a bit. No? Okay. Well, I'll just talk about it for you. Some of the interns also worked together with the Guild Tract Farm here at the Berkeley-Albany border and put together a film about the conservation efforts happening there for native plant life and native fauna. So that was a really interesting video, which you can find on YouTube. And also, if you look in the back, there's some of our highlight reels, and you'll see a Guild Tract Farm clip pop up there every now and again. Let's see, let me go to the next page on here. BCM production support. Throughout the year, interns have supported with various video shoots, including Science at Cal, Shotgun Players, City of Berkeley meetings and convenings, and others. Interns and Director of Education covered the 66th Annual San Francisco Film Festival and produced 2 videos about their experience. Here's the Monarch Butterfly Project, led by Andrew St. Singh and Mr. Len Badger. Andrew pitched the idea to visit the Guild Tract Farm, where more monarch butterflies overwinter than anywhere else in the East Bay. We made great connections and produced a video about the endangered monarchs and what is being done to protect their fragile populations. Sci-Fi Horror Film Fest. We originally planned to write and shoot 3 films with interconnected themes and submit them to the BCM Sci-Fi Horror Film Festival. Due to capacity issues, Andrew was no longer able to continue on this project. Okay, blah, 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 that's just saying that. And yeah, that's what the interns did this last year. So we're looking forward to a renewed internship program this next year. So for any youth out there watching, be on standby. We're going to be having folks come through and do that. And with that, I think Kadir came back.
I'm here.
Okay. Oh, actually, if you're not ready, Kadir, we can have Scott come through and talk about the podcast class, though I know you just arrived. Maybe you need a minute to set up. So yeah, while they're getting set up, I'll pitch some of our trainings for next year. So I mentioned that we had some new training this year, which included podcast with Adobe Audition, sound design and music production with Ableton, 3D modeling with Blender. But my hope is that this next year we'll continue with all those new trainings and add to it Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe After Effects. So be on the lookout for those trainings to get a more well-rounded knowledge on digital video production. With that, I'll invite Kadir to come up and talk about what the experience has been like for him. Eyes, do you need a chair? Here, I can grab you one. Stand by.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Kadir. Well, Ned's pretty much explained what our job is, so I don't need to go over that again. I can basically tell you about who I am. I'm Kadir. I was born and raised in New York. Born in Harlem Hospital, and traditionally trained as a artist, old-fashioned, old-school artist with the painting and the sculpture and all that stuff, and moved out here and started my digital career in film production, video production, and found this place way back when. Became a member, producer here, and for some of you know me since.
Did you start as an intern?
No, I started as a member. Then I sort of volunteered. Then I started producing, doing video production with the homeless. I started doing a lot of work with the homeless people, getting their messages out. And now I'm working here, which is good. But what I'm bringing basically, I guess, is all that stuff that I've learned over the years, the past 20 years of, film editing, VFX, visual effects, using After Effects. I've been a teacher for I'm aging myself, about 25 to 30 years. So I've worked with young people, young adults, and regular adults over at BCC, Job Corps. I worked in New York for many years as an art teacher, traditional art teacher, painting, drawing, what have you. So what I'd like to bring, in the new year, for members who are interested in learning some of the new technology that's been arising, AI. I've been learning a lot of the AI stuff and how to incorporate some of that stuff into our productions. So I'm hoping to be able to bring that, as well as some of the new special effects that are now all incorporated into After Effects. So, moving forward, teaching some of those kind of classes, hopefully. Photoshop, photography, my degrees in film studies and video arts. So I pretty much have a pretty extensive program. So if you guys ever need anything special, extra special, I'm probably the person you can look at to help you with that. As you can tell, I'm not a big stand up in front of people and talk kind of guy. So, but other than that, I'm really glad to be here because I've been here for years. And when COVID came, it just knocked me out. And then when I came back, when things started reopening, it's like, oh, where am I? What am I doing? And then all of a sudden it's like, let me go to BCM, and here I am. And it's like, it's always been home, like Melanie had mentioned earlier. Being able to have a place that feels really good, that you can actually share what you've learned over the years with the people who are interested in it and not just taking advantage of you. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Thanks.
Yo, David,
Yes.
can I make a comment about Art Beat? There was a show we had called Art Beat.
Yeah, hey, stand up in front though and tell people.
There was a show we had called Art Beat, and it was hosted by Susan Felix. And Susan Felix was very well known throughout the community and doing arts and so on and so forth. And she had a show, was the first Wednesday of the month. And what our show did, we have two channels, 28 and 33. So 33 is kind of dedicated a lot to city council stuff, but Art Beat and Channel 28 is dedicated to stuff in the community. And we would go out and find things that were cost-friendly in the community and advertise that. And unfortunately, Susan, she passed away last year in her 90s, and she was a good friend of Lester Chambers from the Chambers Brothers, which was another claim to fame that she had, But also, I understand that you might be coming back with Art Beat, so I was hoping that you could share that with anyone who's interested and finding out more about it and get it started, and you could submit things that are happening in the community that are affordable, and then we could put it on our TV show. I think Art Beat was very important.
Yeah, I can speak to that a little bit. So basically, the show that Susan was curating was really interviewing artists in the community, and it was all kinds of artists, from painters to sculptors to beads or dance and
Graffiti
theater.
artists.
And what kind?
Graffiti.
Graffiti artists. I know she wanted to do a show on tattoos. So I want to make her dreams come true. She always called me sweetheart, and I loved her so much. But I was the one who was sort of her wrangler and did her makeup for the show. And part of the show was also that we did a roundup of the different arts and things that were happening in the community. So on that note, if anybody has anything that's happening in the community that you would like to let people know about, free events or events that are promoting affordable or promoting other nonprofits and underprivileged communities or anything like that we can actually support, because that's what we're actually here for, is to support each other and create something that's really strong and meaningful and deeper than just, hi, bye, thanks for the equipment, see you later. So Art Beat will be resurrected. I really wanted to do something for the arts this holiday season, and I'm just going to somehow get out there to, there's an artist down at the Sawtooth building Susan Brooks, who is really connected in the sort of the point of contact for connecting with the other artists there, and she's done a lot of the other open studios for the holidays. In my newsletter, I also do the newsletter, so in my newsletter I also try to promote the arts and other events that are happening in the community. So anything you have, Melanie@betv.org, I'd love to share it with our newsletter people. And if you want to be on the newsletter email list, please also come up to me afterwards and we can get you signed up.
Thank you, Melanie. And yes, we're very excited to get our Beat started back. It was a great show for the community, highlighting some of the local talent that is here in our city of Berkeley and surrounding areas. And so be on the lookout for new episodes with our new host. And yeah, any arts events you have in mind, please send them our way and we'll go cover them. Let's see. For that, now we're going to come to our programming report from Brian Scott. All right, Brian. Yeah. I've been having a great time bringing some fantastic new programming to our public access channel 28 over the past year. I've been trying to find programming that would be of interest to the Berkeley community and appeal to a wider audience, so have expanded our sources for additional programming. I hope will be entertaining and of interest to our watchers. I started getting a little bit nostalgic this past year and wanted to provide some more entertainment and educational program, so went into the archives of old shows and started programming in some vintage programming from days gone by. Some of the new shows you'll find include a series of educational lectures on ancient Greece and Greek tragedy. Vintage programming from days gone by include Lights Out, The Lone Ranger, Captain America, Dragnet, the original Doctor Who series, Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, some of the script-to-screen series from UCTV, Cisco Kid, Cow and Chicken, The Betty White Show, The George Gobel Show, Spider-Man. We've also programmed in some educational and health programming to bring information about mental health and physical health to keep the community in good health. We've had a few news shows adding up to our lineup, including the Reverend Clinton's Christian Ministry, Berkeley, and we're still airing the KPFA news programs each week. On that note, I should mention that we've been doing a lot of partnership with KPFA this last year. Melanie and I went out to their craft fair, which happened 2 weekends ago, and we did a live to radio and to our station simulcast with their systems and our systems integrating. It was a pretty big undertaking. We had a wireless roaming camera of our system, the Sling Studio wireless system, piggybacking off their multi-camera switching system. So they had a whole host booth interviewing artists and people from the community, and then us going out and interviewing the artists in their booths. So it was a really fun experience, and we look forward to partnering with them more. Let's see, and then back to this. I'm hoping to get more local programming, including inviting the community to submit short to 10-minute fillers to fill out the programming and make our station more diverse and focused on the city of Berkeley. You can submit any programming by sending any video files to programming@betv.org. You can send short PSAs for your community, any local information about issues of interest to viewers, and even interstitials of Berkeley community media. I'm always looking for new programming, so you can send any recommendations for fresh programming. And yeah, anyone who's in here who has a message to say, it could be about an event, it could be about just a short clip that you took at an event saying, hey, look, here I am at the annual BCM member meeting. You could send that to us and we will throw it up on the station. It can be as short or as 10 minutes preferable, but really as short as you want. It can be 5 to 10 seconds. So also for our community partners here, any events that you're having, please send us a graphic to promote your events. So I know we have some folks here from the Black Repertory Theater. Send us Lowriders of West Side to Berkeley and the NAACP. And sorry if I forget anyone else here. Eyes, you have your events too. Be sure to make it horizontally justified so it's set for a screen, like kind of wide. Yeah. So don't think vertical like a cell phone. We want it like TV standard. send us a graphic or a short video to promote your events. It could be community meetings, it could be holiday parties, it could be come in person, it could be tune into this channel at this time or watch the YouTube live. Whatever you want to send us, we love promoting our community and nonprofit partners. So with that, I will invite up Scott. Are you ready now?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. We'll have him come and talk about, before Scott does come up, Scott, you can get ready. I just wanted to piggyback off what Kadir had been saying earlier. Kadir brings a wealth of knowledge to the organization. He and Sam have been working on getting VR training at our organization, and we're in the process of rounding out that whole training experience to bring in Unreal Engine, which will allow us to do live tracking of cameras with digital assets in the background using our Green Cove. And it's really out there futuristic stuff, and we're really excited to see that. So maybe not quite in the new year, but a little middle to late year or even the year after that, because we're still learning the technology as well. But Scott, with that, I'll invite you up.
All right, thank you, David. Good evening, everyone. Happy holidays. It's really nice to see such a great turnout here. My name's Scott St. Clair, and I'm a member here, and more often than not, you can find me in the podcast studio. And I am shooting from the hip here, so I'm probably going to keep it kind of short and sweet. But just to personalize it a little bit, I co-host 2 podcasts, so I'm recording at least like 2 podcasts a week, sometimes upwards of 3 and 4. And I'm relatively new to the Berkeley area. I've been living here a couple of years, and Berkeley Community Media really helped me find a sense of community here, and they also helped me continue my podcast as I was, going through relocation, not having a great place to record. If you don't know, BCM has a very robust podcast studio here with like professional grade equipment, great microphones, great sound quality. You've got access to Adobe Audition, and I've actually had the opportunity to teach a couple of podcast classes, and I know we're talking about bringing that back in the coming year here. So I think that's going to look like a 3-day course where we take you through the whole process of like the creative side, coming up with an idea, brainstorming, learning, how to perform on the mic and have that talent, and then the technical aspect as well. So your audio engineering, your editing, and how to get your podcast out to the people. So I encourage you, if you've got interest in podcasting, it's become more and more popular. Definitely think of BCM as that place where you can learn to do it and practice and just get behind the mic. And I will give myself a little bit of a plug. I'll point you towards one of my podcasts. If you got Spotify on your phone right now, check out Multiverse News, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you. Multiverse News. So it's all about, film franchises, the news, and the latest and greatest happening in the world of blockbuster movies and TV.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, if we have any board members in the house, let's raise their hands. Yeah. Any of y'all would like to speak to folks? Yeah, come on up.
Hi, my name's Harold Adler. I started photography when I was a child, working in my mother taught me how to use a dark room, and my father taught me how to use a light meter a long time ago. But since I've been a member of BC, every 6 months to a year, technology increases. It gets better and smaller. I AC on an Ikegami camera once. It was this big. And I learned sound by doing it. In 1971, I worked on a movie called Space is a Place with Sun Ra. It's intergalactic. I learned how to do filmmaking in the early 70s by working on the crew. I watched the lighting guys do it, and I watched the sound people do it. I learned how to hold the boom thing, and it was not easy. But I'm saying, although I learned a lot over the years, because I came to BCM, I realized digital technology is way, way better than it was 20 years ago, 10 years ago. The advances now, see that little camera there? It kicks ass. I mean, it's 4K, it's modern tech. So what I'm saying is, no matter how much you think you know nothing. If you join BCM, become a member, you'll learn so much as the technology evolves, and it's still evolving. We're talking about VR and AI and all these things. Like, I don't even know it. I sort of know what it means, but not really. But I'm learning as I'm going along. Next year I'll be 80 years old, and I'm still learning. You always learn. You never stop learning. That's why I'm here. I think I'm certified to use that camera. I have it's called Art House Gallery and Cultural Center on the Shattuck near Ashby. I've had events where we've done live streams there. A friend of mine, Victor Owens, is an audio technology, incredible audio guy, and we've done live streams, and it's amazing stuff all over the world. 3 cameras, 4 cameras, what's it called, what's it? Sling Studio, yeah. Sling Studio. Learn how to use a Sling Studio. It's amazing. That's all I have to say is you can learn so much. And every 6 months you learn something else as it evolves. It's always evolving. Thank you. That's it.
Becky Jo or Ken, would you like to speak?
Ken, you want to say something?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your, anyway, thank you.
I'm Ken Osborne, and I have the link between Berkeley Community Media and Berkeley Camera Club. I'm on the board of both of them. And I blame Harold for bringing me on board here.
That's right, I did.
We have an interesting relationship, and I won't tell you what it is.
You're photographers. You're a photographer.
Well, I wasn't going to admit that. Yeah. And Harold is right that what we call photography is constantly changing. I was introduced during the film days when I was a teenager, the darkroom stuff, working with the chemicals, breaking mercury thermometers, that sort of stuff. And then when digital came along, I got an opportunity to teach in Egypt, and not photography, statistics. And I decided that maybe I wasn't going to find film there. So I took a digital camera and a film camera. And in Egypt, I learned one of the most important lessons of my life. One, the students that I had were very eager to learn, and they were very eager to learn by non-rote methods where they claimed I made them think, which was amazing. I never thought that was possible to make somebody else think, but they claimed that. But they made me think. And they came to me and asked if I would take some photographs of this palace that was being restored as a training center for exactly the same kind of stuff that BCM does it, okay? And they couldn't pay me because I was hired to teach statistics, not do photography. I got a letter of introduction to Luxor. I don't know how many here are familiar with the name Luxor. Okay, temples and tombs, ancient places where kings and queens are buried and that kind of thing. That's Luxor, okay? So I had a letter to the chief of security, and that allowed me to go anywhere I wanted. Line's 500 people, go to the head, go right in. There's a fee for photography? No, not for you. You've got that letter. So what I learned from that is photography can be a very valuable kit in your bag. Mm-hmm. And there is another valuable kit that you can have in your bag, and I'm not even attempting it. I've found you can be really, really good at photography. You can be really, really good at videography, okay? So those of you in here who are interested in videography, you have the opportunity to gain education, the use of equipment, production, to go in same directions that I've gone with my photography, only it'd be videography for you. That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just to kind of piggyback off what Ken was saying, it's true, so many people get caught up, they have this in their pocket, and honestly you can get the same resolution out of this as what you can get out of this camera, but what this cannot do is get really good audio quality with professional grade microphones right into it. It can't do adjusting focal lengths. The ISO on it is not nearly as good. Really, using a real camera versus a phone, really you can tell the difference. And that's what we offer here at BCM. That's, not only that, we're streaming wirelessly through multiple different cameras right now and going live to the internet and live to our TV station. So that's something that we can teach you here with our community. And hey, and not only that, we have a community here. I don't know if y'all saw next to the front door, but we have a board where people can post if they're looking for help on projects or if they want to get on people's projects and help. So you have folks here who are arms open, willing to help on projects and things of that nature. So with that, Becky, Joe, you want to talk?
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. Okay, that was it. No. I'm Becky Jo Benson, and I have a little thing I'm working on called Ding. And I hit the dinger, and I turn into a different personality and make up the script as I go. It's all impromptu, like right now. And I have all these ideas in my head, and I go, yeah. So anyway, for 2024, I'm going to actually be putting more in the camera and on the phone. And I started off with, like David said, okay, so you use your phone like this horizontally, and it works pretty good. And then you get some colored lights and stuff, and then get the dinger, and you use your imagination, and you just bing, and then you're a different character. And I'm I'm trying to be funny. I don't know whether it is or not, but I'm having fun, And so I have some big ideas for 2024, which includes, okay, you saw me in 2023 with what I call it my cheap-ass phone. And but in 2024, I'm going to show you what you can do with the equipment at the Berkeley Community Media, and you're just going to want to come on down and join. You're going to have to, because you won't be able to stand it, right? And I want you all to be keeping your eyes and ears open for November of 2024, because November 2nd, we have a 30-year anniversary. Woo! So put your thinking caps on about what you want to present. We want to, how can we possibly show all that we have here and all that we do for the community in our event? So just, put your thinking caps on and get us some ideas to Melanie and to David and to Winston here and all the Harold, all those people can, and say, okay, I have an idea. I think we could do this or that, the other thing. And because we really want to show off. We want to show off on November 2nd. We don't even have the venue picked yet, but we're going to, all right? We're going to. Have faith, and we'll get her done, okay? Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Becky Jo. Let's see. There's just two last things I wanted to talk about. One, I wanted to shout out some of our board members who couldn't be here tonight. One, Helen Walsh. She's an amazing member of our board who helps us provide more access to the disabled community. She keeps us thinking about that whenever folks aren't thinking about it, making sure that we are ADA compliant, that we have captions on things, and that we're doing everything we can to provide our services and access to our equipment and our space and our training to some of our more underserved communities.
Speaking of the handbook's now on the website as well, if you want to have more.
Thank you, that's great.
Yeah. And then two, I think she's out there in the wild yonders of Florida, our other board member, Katie Berg. Katie, thank you for being part of our organization. She's our treasurer. Make sure we have all of our stuff up to date and is keeping track of everything we're doing. And with that, I wanted to kind of talk about what we have going forward. I know I mentioned we are going to be having some more training and classes and access to more of our software suite through the Adobe Creative Cloud. We're going to be doing virtual reality stuff for 3D modeling, sound design, and working on our film festivals. But one thing I wanted to mention too is I don't know how many of you got to experience our studio back when we were located in the Berkeley High School building. We had to move our space in 2018 due to spacing issues. And so For those who did not see that space, it was a beautiful, large, amazing studio, and it was a huge loss to our community to not have that. So since moving here, we've been trying to stay nimble and figure out how to best meet the needs of our community with the equipment and the space that we have now. So that's more field production, more editing, the virtual reality stuff and graphics work that I was talking about, and providing more training from industry professionals who can talk more about going out into the field and shooting stuff. But with the help of our board chair, Winston, we've been working with the community for the Cultural Civic Center, which is a conglomerate of a bunch of different organizations and people who are invested in the city of Berkeley to retrofit this building, the Model Shrek building, which we're in now. And so we're not exactly sure when that's going to happen, but just to make you all aware, whenever that building is being retrofitted, there's going to be some new addition to this building in the back, which is where our hope is for Berkeley Community Media's permanent home. So I've been pushing real hard for getting that big studio again, getting breakout training rooms, classrooms, editing rooms, a kitchenette area, a garage door to bring in a car into the studio, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, our minds have kind of been going blue sky dreams, and we're not sure exactly what we're going to get, but just know that our name is on the plans for that future building. So that's something we've been working towards. And
I think there's a picture, a diagram on the Help Wanted board.
Okay, yeah. So for those who want to see it, on the Help Wanted board, our community board, there is that graphic, so you can see how much space we're going to have, and we're really excited for it. So
are we doing stuff with drones now? Because I know that you filmed something using a drone that was so beautiful. Everybody in the city of Berkeley loved it.
We're doing a little bit with drones so far. Just because for the laws around drones these days, you have to have a specific license to be able to fly it within the community legally. But something that we provide here, not more so than just access to equipment and access to space and access to a community, is if you have questions or need help on a specific thing, we make ourselves available to you for whatever questions you may have, via on cameras, editing, software, whatever we know, we are more than willing to share our knowledge with you. And if we don't know, hey, let's find it out together. Sam?
Quick correction about the drones. You need a license to fly them commercially,
Yes.
but for just recreationally, they need to be registered. That doesn't necessarily mean that the actual pilot of it has to have a license. It just means that someone's responsible with it.
Just for example, us sharing our knowledge with folks.
Sam, raise your hand. You're also a board member too, okay? Acknowledge yourself, okay?
Yeah. Sam is... And Sam, I don't know if you want to get up here. I know you're busy doing that stuff, but I'll plug him for you in case you don't want to. Sam's a wonderful member of our community who has been here since he was probably 12 years old. He started as an intern and is now on our board of directors. And honestly, is probably one of the most technologically proficient people we have around here.
And the nicest.
And one of the nicest, too. So with that, Winston, would you like to say anything else for closing remarks? All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and with that, I think that's it for our annual member meeting, unless someone has anything they'd like to add. All right. With that, we're probably going to leave the cameras rolling until 8:30 because that's how long we have on our on our live stream. So if you're going to say anything just that you don't want on air, just don't say it around this microphone or that one back there. But with that, please, we invite you to get a snack, tour. Yeah. But yeah, if anyone would like a tour of the space that hasn't been in this location before, or just wants to know what new things we're doing, please reach out to one of the staff or myself, and we'll walk you around and talk to you about all the fun stuff we got. Cool. Cheers, y'all. Looking forward to 2024. All right, let me move this out of the way. Okay, hey Sam, we got a question about drones. Yeah, she's one of our producers. She just finished a Tango documentary. I want to make
but before that I had 1661. And I think that's slightly better than we have
What's the deal? Hey, there was something. Before I left, I want to introduce myself to you. And then we were talking about the AI and the virtual reality. It's a very interesting. We have two projects. We got both. Let's definitely we have definitely we have a movie that we going to be producing for the book Kingship of Ale. And it's a live and virtual movie. So you get a music video that you're going to be using live and also virtual reality. So we're going to lay it out. We didn't want somebody. We have a team. I like to have two teams. So that's why yes, indeed.
Write it down for you.
Oh, you have a phone? Yeah. 510. I keep this on me at all times. No worries. No worries. Individuals and projects.
Hello, stream audience who's listening through this microphone.
So I have the two cameras that I'm talking into one. Like operating and I had that one as well. He knows it more. She's on actually here with that.
Whacked out my shoulder, right shoulder.
Siri.
I connected them. I just love them. And he's still doing something. What's your name?
Is that the legally the bulletproof?
Well, I wouldn't say bulletproof, but it gives more guidelines.
Yeah, but that makes it more like kind of like a safety net.
Thank you for saying something. I'm looking I know.
Oh, yeah, I'm here every week, and on Saturdays. I've written most of it, I just gotta get it in order and then get it. As soon as my tax clients don't, bother me so much, yeah.
What did you say that you?
But now they, I have
somebody else is in.
I think John Diego John Diego feel free to take some bread. Sourdough. It's not quite stale, especially in Swiss.
Oh, one of your meetings, yeah. Well, yeah, I'll shoot you an email and just see if I can be in contact.
Somebody's telling me. I know, and then you told me something about something.
And now what I'm doing with the to kind of bring that to the foreground of my music. So it's funny that's I'm working with the last one. It's not that I was making this with your actions, but I have a couple of things back in 2013. Then I went to school and thanks, man. Okay, good. Right now I'm just making artwork. 2013 I was and I just started working. Trying to put together a new that shows the things that I can get rid of. It's like, it's 10 years later, so I got to like some new stuff. And for me, 10 years, it's like, at that time, it's like 10 years ago. I need to get back to
Believe it or not, you're being recorded. Hello, TV land.
told me that 2 months ago before I did it. And then David told I took all of these pictures of his wall. And then when you did it on the video to show it, it was just, oh man. Yeah, it just wasn't, it just, oh man. That's what it was, yeah. And that makes all the difference. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Well, see, that's good. So you're doing everything you need to do. You're gonna get it. It sounds like we're getting to do a really good job.
So David showed me, but you know, I tell those guys who know how to do it. But I would like to do a class here. I didn't know that before I sat here and you said it. But I'd like to do some training. I'd like to do a podcast. But really, I want to just film. I just want to talk to him because I want to go into homelessness. Doing this project, I'm doing a cancer grant. And what it is, I want to do, I call it the places I've been. And I want to do it with the seniors because I'm in happiness for seniors. And also, I'm a homeless advocate. We're clean, safe, productive homeless encampment. But having work, having some leadership, and so I'm kind of like how you. And so I'd like to do this project with them too. And it would be really cool to have films of it, and to have that kind of documented. Just do it right. So then the top of the thing, it doesn't matter if the top of the phone is a certain, like I'm saying, this is the Bible. I'm saying because the controls are here. Okay, the plug-in is on the right. That's what I need to know. Yeah, the plug-in is on the right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it really looks good. Yeah. I was just so embarrassed when I did it because he came, he does this speech, and I love his house, his wall, so that I have that in the background. It just looks so bad I had to turn it her. Oh, that's what it is. No, you said about doing mail with your phone. That's what it is. I remember when it was being built a long time ago. I know damn better.
He wanted to actually, he wanted to talk to me about some stuff.
No. Yeah.